Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Low Budget Review Show. I am your host, Eric Smith, and today I am talking about, what am I talking about? Red Station by Kenzie Jennings. This is from Death's Head Press, and it is number 7. There it is, number 7 in their Splatter Western series. I've already reviewed the first book in this series, and then I just went ahead and skipped to number 7. Because I really wanted to read this. I recently read Kenzie Jennings' first novel, Reception, which I've reviewed and loved it. So I thought I'd jump right in when I got this one. And I absolutely love the covers on all of these books. They're fantastic. Let's see. The cover artist, Justin T. Coons. He's done all of the covers. They're great. So, in Red Station, we have a stagecoach traveling across country. We've got Clyde. Oh, cripes. How can I not have the name of the main character? I believe she calls herself Clyde. Yes. So anyway, she's the lady in red, very formal looking lady in red. We've got a doctor. We've got a young married couple, all traveling west. The doctor is looking for a friend and the friend's child that no one's heard from in a long time. The young married couple is moving to her family's homestead, and we don't know what Clyde is doing. And then there's the stagecoach driver and the guy that's riding shotgun. Anyway, they stop at the Red Station. It's a homestead way station kind of place where weary travelers can stop and get a bed to sleep in and a meal. And it's this German couple and these two young girls that work for them, or maybe are their daughters. Not really sure on what that relationship is. And we find out they have a son as well, and it's a splatter western, so things at the Red Station get crazy. I don't know how much of this I can talk about, what goes on. Let's just say our stagecoach passengers and employees are in for a rough time. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. Really great book. I gave it 5 out of 5. There you go. I just spoiled everything. 5 out of 5. Absolutely. The book starts it's kind of like a splatter film. It's got a cold open with somebody running away from something and being killed. But we don't know anything about what's really going on. We just have this scene. And then we meet our main characters. They're on the coach, as I said, and they're introducing themselves to each other. We're getting to know them. They're all good characters. They're well written. They're interesting characters. I like the young couple. They're obviously in love, but they've got banter back and forth. Clyde is the mystery woman. She's the one that really isn't giving anything away. She's in this red fancy dress. Doesn't want anybody to touch her satchel. Once they get off the stagecoach at the Red Station, and then they arrive, and we meet the people that run this place, and they seem a little odd, which isn't surprising considering what we're reading. And it says very clearly on the cover, it's a splatter western. We're not surprised by what happens. And so, yeah, I how much can I talk about without giving things away? Our characters get to the Red Station. They go to their rooms. Some weird things happen. They go to dinner. And the stagecoach driver, I believe, I think it's the driver, is out in the barn with the horses, and some shit goes down there. I think it's the driver, not the guy that was riding shotgun. I think he's having dinner. But things just get crazy. It gets wild, it gets violent, it gets splattery, and horror ensues. Again, it's tough. There's not a lot. It's a pretty straightforward, for the most part, straightforward story. That I can't. Any details I give you are going to give away what goes down. Excuse me. But it's well written. It's very entertaining. It's very fast paced. Once we get to the red station, things just move along, and it's bloody and violent and gory. And Clyde is definitely an enigma, we'll say. And we learn a little about her past, but it might be one of those situations where the more we learn, the more questions we have. I feel that way anyway. But definitely worth a read. Whether you're, I love horror westerns, one of my favorite genre mashups, and I'm a fan of hardcore horror, so this whole splatter western series is right up my alley. And I've only read 2 of them so far, but this one, if this was the only one I'd read, I'd be crazy. I'd immediately go and buy the rest if I hadn't already. I have them all now. At least at the point of this recording. There's another one. This is January 2nd, and I believe the next one comes out on January 5th. So I'll be ordering that soon. But, I'm not sure what else I can say about this. It's well written, great characters. Fun is, I always feel weird describing horror as fun, but, if you like splatter movies or slasher movies, this is going to be right up your alley. Fantastic, good time. These splatter westerns, I'm really happy so far. I guess that's, I don't know what else to say. I don't want to give anything away. You've got to read it. I highly, highly recommend this. Pick it up and read it. I will, of course, have a link in the description below. I don't think I've said that at all since I've been back to reviewing this year. But absolutely a good read. All right, so, what else is there to say? If you have any comments, questions, or corrections, please put them in the comments below. Comments are open for spoilers. Just post spoiler warning. We try to be polite here at the Low Budget Review Show. And I suppose I can go into more detail if you really need it in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you're interested in checking me out on social media, my Twitter is Ronin5757. My Instagram is ErikSmith5757. That's Eric with a K, ErikSmith 5757. And that's it. This has been the Low Budget Review Show. I have been Erik Smith, and until next time, read more books.